Hey guys, it is Monday, April 7th, and I was trying to do this video outside, but I'm in Irwin, Tennessee right now, and this place got hit so hard by Hurricane Helene that it's almost like our Katrina that we had in New Orleans. And there's so much construction going on outside with equipment, and it's just too noisy. So I had to sit in my cabin, and I'm gonna give y'all an update of what's been going on. So, the last video I did, I was really pushing myself to get as far north as I can because my oldest son is getting married next week. So I'm trying to get as close to the Virginia line as I can because I know they got two major airports, they have some major airports in that area that I can fly out of. So last week I pushed myself, I hiked for 8 days straight, and I did a little bit over 100 miles, and I probably won't do that again. So talking with some of the professional hikers around here, they said you can't do that. That's too long without rest. So lesson learned, and we'll keep moving forward. But I'm in Irwin, Tennessee right now. I'm gonna take a zero today, means 0 miles hike, just a rest day. I'm gonna hike out tomorrow morning and try and get anywhere between Roan Mountain or Hampton, Tennessee, and then take a shuttle or a Uber or something to the airport and fly back for the wedding. So that's the game plan. I've been pushing myself for that, and I'm working on getting my backpack weight down. I know it's a lot, but when you're packing 6 or 7 days worth of food, the weight adds up. There's not a whole lot you can do. I'm trying to drop about probably 4 or 5 pounds. We'll see what happens. I'm working on that right now. I've got everything scattered on my bed right now, trying to figure out what I can lose. So, but one of the things I didn't tell y'all about was the most exciting thing that happened to me last week, and I forgot to mention it on the last video, is that I met the most feared creature face to face that most AT hikers fear. And not only did I do it face to face, I'm face to face in my tent. So this was that Sunday and Monday where it was just raining all day. So Sunday, I set up my tent in the rain. I'm tired, I'm wet, and I get my tent set up. I'm trying to keep everything dry, put all my wet stuff in that little vestibule of the tent and get everything dry inside the tent. So I'm in there and fall asleep, wake up early in the morning. I don't know what time it is. I hear a sound. So when you sleep in your tent, everybody has little headlamps they put on, so if they get up early in the morning, they can see what they're doing. So I grab the headlamp and I click it. I'm using my hand and I'm scanning around it because I hear something, and then I don't hear it anymore. So I'm looking around. I don't see anything. I'm looking at the perimeter of my tent. So I turn the light off and I sit there for a minute and I don't hear anything. I said, maybe I'm dreaming it. So I went back to sleep, and I don't know how long it was, but I heard it again. It could have been instant. It could have been a while. I don't know. But I jumped up again and I grabbed my light and I'm looking around. Same thing. I don't hear any. I don't see anything. I'm like, what the crud, man? So as I'm going to put my light down, I look inside my tent, and it just so happened that I was so tired when I got in my tent that I didn't have the energy to make supper or to get supper ready. So I had a bag of peanuts. So I said, let me just eat the peanuts in the tent. I'll down them real quick, go to sleep, and I'll eat breakfast in the morning. Well, I fell asleep before I finished my peanuts. So apparently this ravenous monster ate a hole through my netting of my tent, got in and started eating my peanuts. And this ravenous monster, of course, is a mouse. So when I saw uh, the little hole in the bag for the peanuts, I said, it's a stinking mouse. So I look all through my tent, find the mouse, I get him cornered. So I unzip the netting part of my tent, and as he runs across, I flip up the floor of the tent, and it flips him out of my tent, and I zip it back up. So then I'm thinking, I said, there might be more than one. So I'm looking around, I don't see anything else. So I block the hole with some stuff I have in the tent, and I go back to sleep. Well, guess what? I hear that same freaking noise. So I get up, I get my light, and my clothes are all moved again. So I don't know if in my sleep I kicked the stuff that was blocking the hole. I don't know what happened, but I have a mouse in my tent again. Now, whether it's a second mouse from the first time or whether it's the first mouse that came back through the hole, I don't know, but I did secure the peanuts, so that wasn't an issue. But I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same mouse that came back through the hole, because when I put the spotlight on him, he went straight back to that hole trying to get out, but he couldn't find it. I had to like shoo him through the hole to get him out, and I was able to block it better and go back to sleep. So that was my adventure with the most feared creature of Appalachian Trail hikers, because mice are insane. They have all these bear boxes, they have these bear cables, they have bear things, but we have more problems with mice than we do with bears. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but we've had mice get in our bear boxes. We've had mice get it over the bear cables and come and get in our bags. So mice is the bigger problem than bears. But anyway, that was my deal with that. So I got a little hole in my netting in my tent. A couple days later, I was in Hot Springs, so I bought patches. So I patched that hole up, and it's not my brand new tent anymore. So either way, no major accidents. I didn't fall or down a hill or bust my head open or anything. And by the way, it's actually looking pretty good. Got a little bump right there, but it's actually looking better. So other than that, all's good. I am losing a lot of weight. Went to the store yesterday, bought a bunch of high calorie stuff: cookies, donuts, mac and cheese, chips, just trying to get a caloric dump. And I'm trying to change a little bit what I eat for lunch to get more calories, because I'm losing way too much weight, and I'm trying to maintain some of that. And some of that's from hiking 8 days straight, which wasn't good. So I need to stop doing that too. So but other than that, man, everything's good. While I was here, I was able to make contact with everybody in my family, and just touch base with them either by phone or text, and make sure everything was going good. Talked to my wife for a good while. Talked to Louis Collada, Jason LaMarca for a bit. It was good hearing from them, find out what's going on with work and everything. And other than that, all is good. And I'm gonna hike this week, and then I'll fly it out on Sunday. So wish me luck. I think tomorrow night is supposed to get down in the mid to low 20s, and we're gonna have rain again later at the end of this week. It's April. We're not going to get away from the rain, so it is what it is. But also heard from Greg Vogt too, by the way. It's good to hear from him. And I almost forgot. I read a post from one of my children who said that the next time I start mentioning names, she wants a shout out. So Reagan Danae Dunn, your daddy loves you. So y'all have a good day. Goodbye.